If you're seeing this, then this is your Tarot Tuesday message. Hello, welcome. My name is Lara. We're going to read some tarot. We're going to talk to some cards. And we're going to take a look at the week ahead. We are here in the week of March 25th through March 31st. So this is literally the very last week of March. We've made it through 3 months of 2025. So that is where we are in the space-time continuum. However, if you are finding this video and it's not that time, don't worry about it too much. Time is not linear, and you are finding these messages when you're meant to find them. So you can trust in that, if nothing else, and you'll know what messages are meant for you. Take the ones that are. If they're ones that aren't, you don't need to take those with you. And yeah, but we are recording this under the energy, the astrological energy that is March 25, 2025 through the 31st. So we're going to kind of see what the week ahead has in store for us. How was your week last week? Did you make some choices? I made some choices. And yeah, that reading last week, I was like, oh yeah, okay, great. At least I made a choice. Okay? Even if it was questionable. But listen, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so where is this week going to take us? Let's take a look. So we're in eclipse portals right now. There's a lot of energy going on. We've had heavy retrogrades really since November of last year. And currently we have, well, Mars is still very much in retrograde. I don't think that's going to be done till May. And then we also have Venus in retrograde. She's not going to be done until mid-April. And Mercury is also in retrograde. But he goes retrograde a lot. So we're used to him. We're not worried. What is a retrograde? Retrogrades are reflective. It's a time of introspection. What's not working, things slowing down. With Mercury in retrograde, we're talking about communication, travel, expect delays, expect miscommunication. Make sure that you are really looking at the details of things. With Venus in retrograde, this is retrospective of our relationships, our money, who we are in love, the relationships that we have to ourselves, how we nurture ourselves, beauty, sensuality, all of that is up for review. You thought it was bad when your ex came back during a Mercury retrograde? Anyway, and Mars, continuing on with Mars, Mars is action, passion. Mars is also the war god. So lots of Aries energy. And we are here officially in Aries season. And what's coming up this week will be our, I think it's a partial solar eclipse, new moon in Aries. That's happening on March 29th. So, what does that mean? Well, solar eclipses are new moons that are supercharged. The new moon is already a potent time. It's the beginning of a new lunar cycle. We're starting a new month. We're starting fresh. It's a new season. It's new energy. It's new potential. Okay. New moons are particularly good for manifesting. If there's things that you're manifesting, we're manifesting things all the time. But if you want to get intentional about it. And what else? Aries energy is, again, action oriented. It's a bit impulsive, but also it is a pioneer. It is the first sign of the zodiac. So this is a new year, astrologically speaking. So Happy New Year! Which would have been the equinox, the spring equinox that we just had last weekend. So it's a new year. It's a new season. It's fresh new energy. It can be a little impulsive. It can, Aries is all fire energy. So it is like blazing the trail forward. What comes with that, though, can be some, like tempers flaring. Definitely, especially with like Aries new moon. I personally am an Aries moon. It's interesting. But to have that in the moon position, I mean, we're talking about our emotions. So don't be surprised if anger and frustration and these more like intense, seemingly negative emotions. I don't know that I necessarily believe emotions are negative. The impact they may have might feel negative, but a lot of times things like anger is pointing towards sadness that needs to be healed. But don't be surprised if maybe you're more irritable over this time, because the moon is also our emotions, and taking into consideration that there's still a lot that's in retrograde, which is asking us to continue reflect on what's not working. But this particular solar eclipse is closing out a portal that we opened in April of 2023. So if you think back 2 years ago, where were you? And the Aries Libra connection here that we have is really what this has been asking us over the last couple of years is what are our relationships and where are we showing up as our authentic selves? Do we have people around us that are supporting our authenticity? Are we being our authentic selves, or are we still like living for other people? Aries again is like very big on independence and going their own way. So yeah. So I think it's going to be interesting just to kind of see how this energy goes. Again, a lot of things are in retrograde, so keep breathing, okay, when those tempers flare. And we're almost done with March. The astrology of March has been absolutely chaotic. So, but we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. And yeah, what things can we put to bed, and what is actually like helping us move forward in a way that we are making space to be ourselves, and for these uncomfortable emotions. I think that's another big thing, is like, having safe space and safe people around when we have these more challenging feeling emotions, because you still need to feel the anger, but can you find a safe place to do that, and can you do that in a safe way? So we're gonna see what that manifests as. But also, it's a reset, it's a new year, there's a lot of new potential with that. So yeah, that's kind of it. That's what I've got as far as the astrology coming up. Should we dive in? Let's dive in. We'll get our Oracle of Mystical Moments. Do you like my eyeliner, by the way? I'm trying something new Do we like it? It's a little messy over there. It's fine. It's fine. So, anyway, that's for you. So, let's see what our Oracle of Mystical Moments has to say. Could we please catch a vibe? What do we have to look forward to? There it is. What do we have to look forward to in the week ahead, the next 7 days? Oh! Oh! Oh no, she didn't. Ooh. Okay, so first things first, because I know we had this card last week. Oh, how funny. We have the Can You Hear Me card again, but it came out upside down. Which is interesting. But I'm just going to leave that there for now. Well, the card that we have coming out is super cute. This is 29. Also, that's when the new moon eclipse is on the 29th. Maybe that's going to be a big day. I mean, it's going to be a big day. I also, from what I'm understanding, this is also like road opening, even though there may be still some like fogginess and things may still be a little unclear because of the retrogrades. But the things that haven't happened yet is because they couldn't happen yet for whatever reason. And these roads are about to open. Maybe you couldn't get, maybe you couldn't get where you needed to go because you weren't surrounded by the right people who are going to support you getting there. Oh, I feel it. And so maybe you've just been hard on yourself for the last 2 years for not going anyplace, but you couldn't go anyplace because maybe you were locked up in these relationships. Listen. I'll do whatever I gotta do. I don't know how many more relationships I have to cut out of my life, but I'll do whatever I gotta do to get to where I need to go, okay? So, but we have the perfect key. We have, I'm like noticing a lot of the yellow in the dress, which is really bright. Yellow is confidence, it's happiness, it's creativity, it's sun energy. Okay, sort of like our natural light, which is interesting because this is a solar eclipse versus a lunar. The lunar eclipse we had a couple weeks ago, right? The blood moon. The perfect key on the 29th. I think this is crazy specific, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of key that comes to you. Something, we talked about road openings, maybe cage opening here. You see the heart that's in the cage. Maybe it's like unlocking a dream or something that's been important to your heart. There are a set of keys that the bird is holding on to. As well, birds are messengers of the gods. And so it's also like I'm getting a sense that there's other options too, even if the key that you have isn't going to work. But the perfect key, maybe you're finding the perfect key to unlock the door of where you're stepping into. I feel like it's too weird that the new moon is on the 29th and this is the number 29. So, let's see what the book has to say. Maybe it's like time to unlock something you've kept close to the chest. because, and I say that because she's got the heart in here, right? But now she's ready to open it up. Heart opening. Okay, here we go. And then I opened up the book and it says the perfect key: happiness, encouragement, keep going, keep trying, different ways, different options, unlock feelings. Literally, as I said, unlock. I looked down and that was there. And also under this Aries moon energy is unlocking all of the feelings. So maybe there is anger, frustration that you have not let yourself feel through, and it's time to unlock that, because you can let your anger fuel you to where you want to go. I think there's a big misconception about anger that like it's bad, and but if that energy is used properly, anger is meant to move us, because anger is like, this isn't working for me, so where else am I gonna go? Whoa! I'm like feeling it right now. Can you tell? This card shows a woman holding a key in one hand and a cage with a heart in it in the other. There is a bird sitting on the woman's shoulder, encouraging her to try different keys with his mouth. Yet the woman has already found the perfect fitting key. She can open the cage and open her heart. Sometimes life is only a search for the right key. There are so many things that are hard for us to approach. We can have trouble accessing our own feelings. Thanks to friends and family, there are people who can help us find the lost keys to our personal happiness. So I think that's part of it too. Again, the Aries Libra connection of, who we are in relationships. Are we surrounded by people who are supportive of who we are? Or are we hiding ourselves away, locking ourselves away? Is it safe to unlock your heart around the people that you're around? Hopefully by now it is. You've been working on it for 2 years with this eclipse portal. So, yeah. Okay, interesting. Also, Aries energy, I think that's just like, it's like ready to go. Aries is ready to go. Come on, what are we doing? Let's go, let's go, let's go. So I think you're ready for this. Whatever this is. Okay, it's going to look different for a lot of us because this is a general reading. Excuse me. This is a general reading, so it may not be super specific to what's happening with you, but we're looking at the overall energy themes pattern. So this could be a relationship. Wouldn't be surprised because it's the Venus retrograde. This could be more like, this could be, and that could be any relationship, really. This could also be, as far as like work or career, what, it doesn't actually matter. There's some place that you want to go, and there's something that you want to open up with this energy. Let's see what our spicy oracle has to say. I'll get it from the bottom. Those 3. Okay, great. So okay. So we have, first of all, double dare you. It's a secret. The double dare you, it is a secret. It's unlocking a secret here. I think the way we see this is, first of all, it's a secret. Double dare you. You remember playing Truth or Dare? Right? You'd have to tell the truth about something, or you would be dared to do a thing. Double dare, triple dare, double dog dare. You've been challenged to open up in these ways already. And I think whatever is coming to light for you, it has been a secret. Hang on one second. It's a secret. It is, it is a hidden key. First of all, it's a secret. It was always supposed to be a secret. You were never meant to figure it out earlier than where you are now. And I think with the double dare you, once this comes to light, then like the challenge is set. And this is really feeling like Aries energy. Like, are you really going to do it or aren't you? Is this making sense to you? Maybe. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. If especially like considering our reading last week, if you were like, why am I making this decision? Why am I making this decision again? Why is this happening? Why am I like this? It's, first of all, it's a secret. And almost like double dare you to find it out. Double dare you to hear the truth. Maybe you don't want to hear it. Anyway, let's see. Let's get some tarot cards here. Could we please have 3 cards just to see what energy we're going to be working with through the next 7 days for everybody who is here for this video? What are we walking through over the next 7 days? Could you show us? We're on to something. That's 1, 2. Let's get one more. Please and thank you. You want to see me shuffle the cards? Can I get one more? Please and thank you. There it is. Oh, okay. There's 2. We got 4. Ooh, okay. Okay, give me one, give me 1 second. I'm going to look at these really quickly. Okay, let's see if we can make some sense of this. We have, with our shadow card, we're starting with the King of Swords here. The King of Swords, for me, is this energy that's coming up from the subconscious is the way in which we've been really working to get above a situation, to use that wise mind that isn't so closely enmeshed and entangled with situations and relationships, specifically for some decision that's needed to be made for a long time that you have really been refusing to look at. This idea of feeling stuck or like, I don't know what to do or I don't know what to choose has been because you haven't wanted to. And you had to get above this situation because whether or not you want to make this decision, and maybe that was your decision last week, there is the Death and Rebirth card after that. So this is something you're fundamentally transforming, whether you like it or not. But I think at least now we're going with a sense of ease, because even if it still seems pretty unclear, I think it's clearer that this situation, this decision, it's like you've known which way to go. It's just been really hard to move there. But with the death and rebirth card coming through, I mean, there is a lot of change happening. Like this old version of yourself is going and you're stepping into a new horizon, a new future here. You're shedding this version of yourself that is like, I don't know what to do. And it's like, well, you've had to get above all your shit to really see the situation for what it was. And maybe it's still like, I still don't really know what to do, but at least you're like getting above it to gain some clarity around it. Even if you still don't know what that action is. But the death and rebirth card, I think this is really interesting because this is a brand new year. So we, astrologically speaking, so we are moving from one place into another, out with the old, in with the new, right? Something has to die for something new to be reborn. And what's being reborn is sort of this new version of yourself where you're really just lit up. The Page of Wands can kind of be a little impulsive as well, but you see all of the joy and the happiness here just in being here, in the experience. Maybe it's a little disconnected because there's not a lot, but you're ready to take off. You're ready to leap. You're ready to experience your life in ways that you were unable to because you couldn't make this decision here. And this new phase 2 is bringing about that balance, that support that you've been asking for is only coming when you are embodying this expressive, authentic version of yourself and getting really curious about this new path that you're on, like really letting it light you up. And you've been wanting the support for a while, but you haven't found it because a lot of it is you didn't really know where to start, almost. And it's been really hard as you've been planting these seeds to be patient with the process. But I'm seeing that as shifting. Yeah, with the 5 of Swords, it's like, it is no longer worth it to be operating any kind of way that is servicing anyone else but yourself at this moment. I think that's kind of where you've gotten to internally. And I hear you. Okay. Does that make sense? So that's all underneath the surface. As far as what we have on the table, we have 4 cards this week. And I think it's really interesting. A lot of this energy is very sword heavy. It's all mental in our minds. Since last week, if you haven't have you rested? We have the energy of the 4 of Swords coming through here. So it does seem that there is this period of rest that we're starting the week fresh with. Like you needed a reset from whatever it is that you were trying to get above. So that energy is starting off fresh. This is a period of constructive rest. It is protective. It is rest that keeps I want to say this is like mental health day. I actually took a mental health weekend, which was really difficult for me. And my rest was, there was one day that I really did just rest all day. And then a lot of my rest was like cleansing and clearing out my space, my physical space, making some room for myself in my own sanctuary. So, that's pretty on point for me, but hopefully you are also coming into this energy from this place of rest, this reset energy. All right. It's not until you can let your mind settle that you can really see things for what they are. And with the Eight of Swords, really identifying here the ways in which you continue to keep yourself trapped. Like you're trapping yourself here with this indecision or just lack of decision. That's indecision. Even if you know you need to make a decision. The things that are holding you back are not actually holding you back, but you are giving them power as if you are tied up and entangled. This is the ways in which we sabotage ourselves, our self-limiting thoughts and beliefs. And so this period of rest, whether you've already taken it or you're taking it now, is highlighting more of this. And really, I think with the Six of Swords, we're moving through the rest of the week, we're really seeing like the importance of being guided away from what it is that's holding us back. And what's holding us back is ourselves. And you know that phrase, wherever you go, there you are. And sometimes people are like, oh, like you can't, what is it? What do they say? You can't just run away from your problems because wherever you go, there you are. But you can go and get a fresh perspective. This is why travel is actually really good for people, because you're in a completely different place, having completely different experiences, but you're still there with yourself. So maybe there is some literal trip to go on, or this is more of a metaphorical, like moving away, because wherever you go, there you are. And you don't need to stay in situations, even if they're self-perpetuated or self-created. You don't need to stay there. Like once you realize what you're doing, you can move. Let yourself be guided in the right direction, because where you're being guided towards is the Nine of Cups. This is like wish fulfillment of an emotional like success, like the fulfillment we get, the emotional fulfillment that we get from our success and our recognition. Yes, there is like the support right here that comes with that, but it's like doing this for the joy of doing it, not because you're out here trying to grind away for the treasure. What was it my friend was saying last week? Like, what would you talk about for free? And maybe that's the direction that you need to be going in. And I was like, yeah, the directions I want to be going in are all things that I already talk about for free. I'm enjoying myself in the work that I do, whether or not, obviously, like I have to live and I have to eat and I have to keep a roof over my head, but it's because I enjoy it. And that's also bringing me back to this Page of Wands energy. Do you see this person? The same sort of upward jumping. This one maybe has a little bit more heart expansion because pages are at the beginning of a journey here. They're learning something new. It's getting excited about whatever this new thing is. But this is when the culmination of that success and fulfillment. And I think part of it too is understanding that the enjoyment of the success and fulfillment, like this is happening now, not just further into the future. I mean, it's both. Excuse me. I burped. I mean, it's both, but like just because maybe right now you're talking a lot about stuff for free, but it doesn't mean it's not going to lead you into this place where you will be supported, because the support is coming in once you let yourself get lit up. I don't know. Does that make sense? It kind of makes sense to me. So I'm going to leave it at that. More will be revealed. We'll figure it out together. And yeah, looks like it's going to be another big week. I really feel like a lot of this is going to burst open when we get to the 29th. Okay. Like prioritizing more rest, because it's when we let ourselves rest, then we can see the truth for what it is. Okay. We can find the key and we can move through to calmer waters. Okay. So there you have it, folks. And good luck. Have a happy new moon in Aries season. Okay. I'm going to be right here with you. So as per usual, I will see you again. Well, I'll see you in the new moon video that will come out later this week. And then again next week on the other side.